to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
No mai haere mai, and welcome to the NZNBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. It's the Tuatara hosting the Canterbury Rams on the north shore of Tamaki Makaurau. Andrew Mulligan on hand with Casey Frank, and a good Sunday late afternoon crowd in to Eventfinda Stadium. Ready for a game that will be very interesting for every other team in the league, including these two, except unfortunately the Southland Sharks. It doesn't look like the Southland Sharks can make that top 6 out of the 10 teams in this league, Casey, but all sorts of players in and out for both teams. We'll catch you up on that momentarily. What do you like about today's game?
Well, I do like that both teams are slightly down, and we're going to have some desperation from the Rams. They absolutely have to get things going on the right side. Much like the Tuatara a week ago, we're desperate for wins. They got it done. Can they continue it? Both teams, the permutations are endless.
Certainly are, and this is how the table looks after the Saints beat the Nuggets as well. And I'll be honest, all this week, last few weeks, I've been checking the table as much as I've been checking my KiwiSaver account. There are so many movements on this ladder, and the top 6 make the finals in August, and that is just a few weeks away as well. You can see the Rams there on the outside looking in, and the Tuatara still sitting up top of the NZNBL ladder despite dropping a couple of games. They have come right. They've locked their defense down, and that'll be very much an imperative for today's game as well. A player they will have to look out for will be Sunday Dench. We'll focus on him in a moment, but still round 11 will continue tomorrow night. The Nuggets, after having a game against the Saints that they just went down to on the Wellington waterfront, and then the Giants and the Jets on Wednesday night, and that'll be the last game of round 11. And then the Saints and the Hawks will tip off round 12 of the NZNBL. And Sunday Dench is a player the Rams will need to step up in a big way, and he had a great international window just been.
He's playing fantastically in the Basketball Africa Championships. He was named MVP for the South Sudan, and that form continues here. He's averaging over 19 points per game, really doing a great job facilitating the ball as well, and defensively, he is a demon. The only problem is he cannot do it by himself, and these guys are a little short-handed.
They certainly are, and moments ago, Casey Frank was with the head coach of the Canterbury Rams.
And here with the coach of the Canterbury Rams, Judd Flavel. And first things first, how are you going to overcome losing a couple of players to Tall Blacks, not at your full strength, in a game that you absolutely have to have for this finals chase?
Yeah, similar question to what you asked me last week. I mean, we've had a good week of training. We've actually, I think, worked on just trying to keep 5 guys on the same page. I mean, we're a group that's kind of evolved throughout the season. I guess some moving pieces hasn't really helped there, but such is life in a basketball season. But we spent a lot of time just making sure we slow down somewhat, get 5 guys on the same page, and really execute. You know, real big focus on today. Yeah, you're right. We don't have Taylor or Max or, you know, Larry unfortunately went down yesterday with an ankle injury as well. So missing those guys is critical, but opportunity still arises in some of the young guys that come in.
And looking towards the Tuatara, one of the best rebounding teams in the league, led by Rob Lowe. How do you hope to counter that to hope win the possession game and get you where one would be?
Yeah, Rob's a handful to deal with down there. Like, he's big, but he's active and he works hard. So that's a good challenge for us. And then the other thing they do really well is their guards do a great job just corralling the ball on the rebound. They're always moving forward. So yeah, for us, the message is step out tonight, make your hits, and you know, even the ball bounces on the ground. Tonight, that's the way we've got to do it. That's the way it's going to be done.
Fantastic. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, the Rams will be looking for some consistency. They've only won 1 game out of their last 5, and they have 5 games to go, including this one this afternoon. You're starting 5 for the Tuatara, and calling on the troops from the bench, and Uili and Dalton and Schneider and Russo Nance. Big backcourt. Aaron Young is the head coach of the Tuatara, and he'll be with Casey now.
And I am here with Coach Aaron Young of the Auckland Tuatara, who also is just a little bit down in terms of talent. No Taki Ferguson. How do you overcome losing one of your top scorers, top wing defenders in the game when you're trying to keep this momentum going towards the finals?
Yeah, you know, Taki took a great opportunity with the Tall Blacks, and we're really proud of his experience with them, and we wish him all the best. But, you know, in terms of us, you know, we've had the 3-headed monster of Braden, Siler, and Dante in the backcourt. They've done a really good job. So, you know, their roles are really important tonight without Taki at that wing spot. look for Chris McIntosh and even Tom Beattie to come off the bench and provide a spark for us.
And then looking towards your opponent tonight, the Rams, who are down quite a few players themselves, is it going to be difficult to get your guys up to the level they need to beat a team who's going to be pretty desperate to get the win, regardless of talent level?
Yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to that. You know, I know Juddy's going to probably, you know, rely, and I'll probably anticipate him playing some of his youngest guys a little bit more, and with that comes a lot of energy, especially if they get going early, that comes confidence. So we just got to be locked into those, the scouts, the guys that haven't played enough, and just be prepared for them to play a bigger role.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it.
Here's how some of the key stats stack up for these two teams. And points for, and it's not looking too good for the Rams, I should say, Casey.
Not ideal. Not ideal, certainly, but that's due to the pace they play. They can strangle the life out of the game defensively when they're at their best. The question is, can they go against the Tuatara, top scoring team in the league, top field goal percentage shooting team? The Rams need to create better quality shots, take care of the basketball, and it will be up to these guard matchups between Siler Schneider and Sunday Dench, two of the best in the league right now. It'll be strength against strength when they're matched up against one another.
The referees for today's game, and the Tuatara are #1 in margin of victory as well. Over 11 is the margin for them on a regular basis. #1 in field goal shooting percentage and #1 in field goal defense as well. They can strangle the life out of teams too. Both these teams not particularly good from the three-point line. We'll see where the success lies for both these teams. We are ready for the tip.
It's all about possession today. Controlling the defensive glass, limiting your turnovers, and pushing the pace in transition. That's where both these teams are going to find success. Whoever does it the best, that's who's going to get the victory.
Going over some last-minute administration issues with the team list with Judd Flavel.
It's Judd with 2 Ds. He's telling official Sharona.
Most likely. No Max Darling, no Taylor Britt. They're away with the Tall Blacks. Same with Taki Farronson as well for the Tuatara. Also missing their import, Larry Austin of the Rams,
who unfortunately went down with an ankle injury in training last night. So a late scratch, certainly, and one that would have been expected to carry a lot of the load.
I think what we've got here is Josh Book was named as a starter. Joe Cook-Green wasn't given as a starter. So they're going to start the game with Book, and then Joe Cook-Green will come in. So Book for Cook, Cook for Book.
And that's going to be a very quick sub, as Joe Cook-Green doesn't even sit on the bench. But Josh Book has played well in spurts this year and is a quality guard when he's got the ball in hand.
It doesn't matter because Joe Cook-Green's already notified the bench is coming in just now. Siler Schneider contested 2. Back of the iron. And we got a foul, have we?
Not sure. No, that was a horn that went off.
Just got a horn that came off and it was on a rebound, and this is just vintage NBL if you ask me. Fantastic stuff already. Book is on the bench. Joe Cook-Green is, I don't know why they stopped the game mid-game.
It actually looks like they're talking about who won the jump ball. Shot clocks, they're looking at shot clocks, timing. Looks like everything's aligned on the scoreboards. And ready to go again. Not restarting, but Joe Cook-Green is now in the game. So that was an interesting Sunday Arvo journey.
Cook-Green with the ball, giving it up to Walter Brown. Very much the throwback player. Mike Karina getting the pick for Sunday Detch all over him, but Karina in the middle is such a beast. Good hustle, Rob Lowe with the block though. And Matthew Moyer, the import, denied.
Matthew Moyer, great first half last week against the Franklin Bulls. Really brought that energy when they needed it. Somebody step up, but great defensive effort there. Braden Muley first with the block, then Rob Lowe gets block number 2. But I like the speed the Rams were executing with.
Schneider. Muley with the triple.
Braden Muley is an excellent substitution for an absent Taki Farronson. He can do a lot of what he does on the offensive and defensive ends, and he has been playing excellently as
Dante Russo-Nance just ran into Mike Karina.
That happens occasionally.
Wow.
And it's
I
always
felt it.
surprising. There's a difference between high school screens and screens from Mike Arena.
Dalton misses the three. Russo Nance grabs the rebound. Dalton gets Karina up in the air and got him into a travel as well.
He wanted to utilize that up fake. He knew Mike Karina was going to be coming for him and contesting. I thought he did a decent job of getting the ball down before moving the feet. But Charlie Dalton does get pinged for the travel, so we go the other way. Both teams, a lot of speed on the offensive end early in this one.
Ditch, rise and fire. And that will just bounce out. Will be Tuatara ball.
Excellent look for Sunday Detch. I'm pretty surprised he missed that one. Coming off those screens, Silas Schneider doing all he can trailing, but somebody has to be there in that short curl area to make sure he can't just catch and shoot with that kind of ease.
Schneider stepping into the three ball. That is nothing but net for Silas Schneider.
Silas Schneider has come alive in the last few weeks, especially over the last weekend. Has really led this team to some victories as we see a foul in transition. But after getting over some early season confidence issues, this is how he's been playing. Look at the range, hand down, man down. That is good for him. Schneider averaging over 17 points per game.
Shooting at 51.4%.
That's not bad. The only place he's not shooting the ball great is the Razine right now. They could struggle a bit.
Oh, the block, Rob Lowe. Pinning Karina's shot against the glass. Moya with the cleanup, and he gets the bucket for the Rams.
Couldn't tell if he lost that or it was a pass, but either way, give him the assist. Good stick-to-itiveness by Mike Karina, not giving up on the play.
Uli, nice look, Brandon Uli.
Does that look smooth or does that look smooth? Catching with confidence. Look out for him. He might get 20 today.
Brown driving. Karina set a nice screen in the key. And contact was felt.
And we saw the young Dante Russo Nance jump out against the also young Walter Brown. But Brown used his step there, recognized the defender, and instead of going straight to the rim, sidestepped it in a semi-euro to take the contact. Couldn't get the finish, but at the Razine now for a chance for a two.
Tuatara got everyone excited a week or so ago with the news breaking that Kurt Penny, New Zealand legend, former Badger, instant Breakers legend just by the fact he came and played for the Breakers after a stellar career overseas. Signed with the Tuatara. Fingers crossed he'll play in the next round or so as well. Just to help out, sit on the bench, give a little bit of guidance. This is a very young bench. And some of them actually starting this game as well. But imagine having someone like Kurt Penny just floating around trainings, going hard at you at trainings as well.
I think that's what the Tuatara have been imagining. If they could get him in and had a quick combo with Kirk about it as Rob Lowe knocks the ball away. A lot of the asking was one-sided, but I think they're starting to wear old Kirky down as the itch is still there to hit a couple J's.
Under 5 on the shot clock. Rob Lowe grabs the rebound.
Oh, I love this transition push by Uli.
Right into Uli, straight to the cup and in.
Look at the speed and power and determination. He's come out with early 7 points here in the first quarter. He is really pushing the pace and looking confident.
High off the glass. Joe Cook-Green can't get there, but Mike Karina, like a stack of cinder blocks.
Well, Rob Lowe's a big fella, but Mike Karina moved him there with a big, strong move, and he's going to have to continue with that mindset moving forward.
So Nance kept it low, floats it high, drops it down.
He's so skilled. He is so skilled. Coach Judd Flavel has seen enough. He does not like the way they're defending off that on ball, and you can't with the way that the penetration is knocking in, but what an impressive finish by the 17-year-old Dante Russo Nance. Fantastic ability. Nearly lost it, but still has those strong yet soft hands able to finish that play there.
So nearly 12-6 lead for the Tuatara. Sitting on top of the Sal's NBL. They've had a shaky few weeks. They lost Chris Johnson to a prior commitment, the basketball tournament specifically. Fingers crossed he'll make his return in the next couple of weeks as well. Just in time for finals week, the final 6 here at Eventfinda Stadium. And it will be Judd Flavel's mission to get his Rams team into that top 6. Currently 7th on the table. They have the Airs and the Giants and the Sharks all at home at Cal Stadium. That makes a big difference. In Hawke's Bay, the Hawks away after those 3 home games. So, but for the Tuatara, they only have 3 games remaining after this one. Sharks at home, the Bulls away, and the Saints at home as well. And the Saints...
you think that one's going to count?
That one will be very interesting.
You think that one's going to count for something? Right now, the Rams are just on the outside looking in, but even with the 6th place Nuggets in the wins column, if they get one today, they push them out, and they also have beaten them up as late. So it's going to be close in the count back, but that's what it's going to come down to between all these teams is that count back. Every possession is important. You got to get those point differentials for you.
Within the team that you're locked in on competition points as well. So 2 teams can end up and say 14 competition points. It goes to that home and away series that they play with the margin of victory.
And all important.
What a tiebreaker that is.
Those top 2 seeds, especially at the top for the Tuatara chasing those top 2 seeds are so important for the team to get. You got to realize, especially if you're number 1, you are always going to be rested when your opponent plays the night before, including in the final if you make it there. So keeping and maintaining that top seed this year is truly being rewarded in finals basketball.
Ditch puts up the floater. Oh, nice basketball Sunday, Ditch.
How do you have a soft touch like that and get fouled? Get up, Charlie Dalton.
Charlie Dalton throws it down with 2 hands.
The high schooler coming out, showing the athleticism, running that lane. Great pass to hook him up, and what a finish.
Got the defense Flavel wanted out of that timeout. Got the bucket. Here's Sunday Ditch. Spinning. Left hand. Can't get the roll. Tough rebound by Moya. Up and in. Fighting for every inch of that.
And he's going to have to consistently do that. He's being guarded by a high school player. He has to physically impose his will on this game. They're going to have to force them to check in Nick Barrow and box him out. He's got to like this matchup. Sally Schneider needs to beat him off the dribble.
Schneider. Oh, nothing but net.
Oh, that's looking pure.
Schneider.
That is looking pure. Every jumper leaving the Tuatara hand right now is looking fresh as a daisy.
Lizards shooting 7 of 11 to start this game. Rob Lowe ripping it down. Coming up to the midway point of the first quarter. Schneider, Ewley and Dalton put their hands up. The kids want the ball.
They're looking for it.
Rob Lowe has a mismatch though. Joe Cook-Green fighting for position. Fighting too hard for position though.
That's a tough one for a guard. All you're doing is getting a little hustle in that muscle to try and force the big out. Gets pinged with it. And pretty fortunate for the Tuatara, because when you've got that seal, you've got that front, you want to hit high post and go straight down from the top of the key. Didn't do an excellent job of getting Big Rob Lowe the ball in the mismatch, but at least they got the foul.
Turnover, almost. Barrow cleans it up. Schneider, Ditch on him. Nick Barrow, the floater. Beautiful. Nick Barrow, nice to have him off the bench, the veteran.
He slips the screen, Schneider recognizes it and delivers it to him in a scoring position. Soft touch shown after that.
Ditch getting the penetration for the Rams at will. And he's fouled. It's going to be on, I believe it's on Schneider.
Yeah, I think it was Schneider inside there who will pick up his 2nd personal foul.
Not ideal for Aaron Young. He looks down his bench.
Actually, pretty disastrous for Aaron Young if Siler Schneider gets in foul trouble, because Schneider's probably the only guy who's got the ability to guard Sunday Detch. And now he's going to, I think he's going to leave him out on the court, because I don't think they can have him off the court for long stretches of the time. But I'd be looking to really double Sunday Detch every single time he's got the ball in hand. Force him to give it up, force somebody else to beat you. You cannot let Sunday Detch continually drive to the rim and put pressure on the basket like he has been.
Dante Russo-Nance at the scorer's bench to check in, and he is going to come in for Siler Schneider. Rolling the dice.
We'll see how long he stays. A 6-point lead right now. This is going to be difficult for also Dante Russo-Nance. Now Sunday Detch moves to him. This is a big step up in defensive intensity from the high school league.
Certainly is. Sunday Ditch is an elite defender in this league. In most leagues, actually. It's Rob Lowe. Ewley has the light, the green light, and he nails drills another three. Braden Iuli is the offense right now.
He's got 10. Fantastic early. Love the confidence. He's carrying that load for a Tuatara team needs him to. Big shot by Sam Smith out of the corner. The part-time coach able to find the range.
Thomas Beattie giving it to Iuli. Sam Smith. Joe Flavel and the rest of the coaching staff went down with a gastro bug. Sam Smith stepped up and ran the team. Player coach Rob Lowe on the post. Here's Dante Russo-Nance. Nothing but net for the kid.
I like seeing him more aggressive shooting the basketball. So good with the ball in hand, driving. Not a lot of confidence in his shot at this level like he does in high school, but he's shooting it more often as of late.
Well, mention the stat. Karina is fouled by Barrow. Mention the stat about the three-point shooting for the Tuatara. It's not one of their strongest. They shoot an average of 33% a game, but at the moment,
it's looking pretty good.
They are ripping the net at the moment.
They are 4 for 5 from the three-point line right now, which is 80%.
Great math.
They used to call me Goodwill Hunting.
Did they?
No one ever.
I don't think they do. I've never heard that
Not
about
one
you.
person, no.
Kai Isaac out there. Looking the Walter Brown look. Or was Walter Brown rocking the Kai Isaac look?
Which
Either
is
way,
it?
It's fantastic.
I think both of them are rocking, you know,
Throwbacks.
early aughts Argentinian hairstyles.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. I know because I had one quite similar.
Are we going Bjorn Borg maybe as
Bjorn,
well?
there we go. That's the originator. That's a good callback.
Showing my age. Thomas Beattie won the drive and it's waved off. Aaron Young praying for the continuation.
Oh, that's
No
a
dice.
foul beat. Must have been before the catch. So he's going for the cut. Tuatara so far are counting the pressure really nicely with backdoor cuts, high lows, finding some space off the doubles. But the Rams need to continue the pressure up. It's the only way they really have a shot.
Russo-Nance on the drive, left hand, a little strong. With the offhand, now it's Ditch. And controlled somewhat for the Rams. Not on that possession there. Settled for the three. Rob Lowe reward the big man for running the floor. Beattie looks up, can't get it to him. Now he gets him on the acute angle into the post. He's got the mismatch. He'll roll with the left hand. Can't get the roll to go down though. Moya fires it at Walter Brown and just too strong. Walter Brown didn't think he was going to get it. It will be Tuatara ball.
I think Walter Brown was just breathing a little sigh of relief at having gotten a stop against Rob Lowe and had a chance to catch his breath, but no rest for the wicket in this one. You got to keep your eyes on a swivel. Unfortunate turnover there. Oh, nice pass.
Dalton to Beattie, but it can't drop.
Big minutes from Moyer here with Mike Karina out. He has to man the middle and really have an impact on this game.
Down to Moyer. Moyer making the move on Barrow. Barrow does well. Barrow got him. But Ditch, it falls to him and he knocks down the three.
And Dante Russo-Nance has to understand his assignment. You cannot leave Sunday Detch. Let whoever's in the paint go ahead and score. Do not leave his arm length up.
Tipped, but it falls to Dalton with the floater. Great rebound by Beattie. Up, can't get the roll. A great rebound by Dalton and he can't get the finish.
Oh, this might be a bit of a boost for confidence for the Rams. Things starting to go their way. Can they knock down another bucket?
Brown to Moya. Throws it down on Beattie. And one.
And this is what you see to the lineup when Rob Lowe comes out of it, as well as Siler Schneider. They have no real veteran leadership out there. Of course, Nick Barrow, great veteran leader. As we see a beautiful pass and the big-time smash by Moyer takes the contact and one. He's got to be feeling good about that. What a finish as the Rams are starting a pretty frantic comeback here.
That has just sucked the energy out of Eventfinda Stadium.
Five.
Trying to find a pulse here. My goodness.
He might have a lot of family up there, and they're worried if he's going to make it after getting dunked on like that. But excellent offense. And Coach Aaron Young for the Tuatara, he's got some decisions to make. You just can't leave Schneider and Lowe on the bench at the same time. They come out You're going to just harass Dante Russo-Nance offensively, and you're putting so much of a load on those other guys that it's going to be difficult then to be able to carry it.
Rob Lowe plays 34 minutes a game. He might just have to play the rest of the game. He has 0 fouls at the moment. No one really challenges his height on the Rams.
How about the start from Braden Iuli? 10 points, 4 or 5 from the field. Hasn't done anything else statistically except foul, but the 4 or 5 from the field, he has come out on fire. Here we take another look at that beautiful pass. And what an angle from up in the stands. Getting the same view the ticket buying customers got today.
So Moya will head to the Rosine foul line to shoot the and one. Nice addition for the Rams. 7.5 points a game, but 8.3 rebounds as well. Just 20 minutes of action. 50% foul shooter in the Sal's NBL 22. And, oh wow, Sam Smith cleans that up. That is disastrous for the Tuatara on that possession. They now have the lead, the Rams. Excuse me, they've tied it up. Schneider's back in the game with his 2 fouls. Russo-Nance with 8 on the shot clock. Russo-Nance behind the back.
Oh, nice move, good defense from Detch. Probably didn't want to screen into the Sunday Detch coverage, but that's what happened.
Isaac felt the contact.
The Tuatara are just fouling pretty much every time down court now. Need to find a way to be able to defend without fouling, as we have free throws now on a severely understrength Rams team that came in pretty big underdogs, looking to take the lead here with a minute left in the quarter. And they do. This is now the 9th free throw attempt for the Rams, 0 for the Tuatara. That mindset from the Rams, attacking the rim. Love to see it.
Dalton harassed by Isaac. Needs to give it up. Also, Nance has it. Rams have this 1-point lead now. And now a turnover. Kaya Isaac into everything. It's 5-on-4. Sam Smith, trailer 3. Moya tipping it out to Brown. Good hustle on the offensive rebounds.
Sunday Detch calling for the on ball. Just 4 left on the shot clock.
Here it comes, 3-ball. Silas Schneider might have got away with a clear out on Walter Brown there with the off arm. But they can have the last shot if they want it. Game clock.
He's got to like this matchup. 5 seconds left for him to go to work.
Here's Schneider. Deep 3. Rimmed out. And that'll do us. 1 quarter at Eventfinda Stadium. And it will be the Rams with the 1-point lead. A high scoring affair as well. Tuatara went out to a big lead. 9. And the Rams have clawed it back. We'll take a break. We're back with the second quarter after these. Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium. Sales NBL action. Second of a triple header. Basketball on Sky. The Rams with a 1-point lead finished their first quarter with a 13-3 run. They were down 21-12 to the Tuatara, but in foul trouble, and Lowe and Schneider both off the floor. The Rams just got it done.
Well, they started winning the possession game. They got a 14-11 rebounding advantage, including 6 on the offensive end, where they're absolutely crashing the glass and taking advantage of their physicality when they have the advantage there. But they've also only turned the ball over once in the entire corner, so doing it really nicely on both sides on that aspect, and defensively putting a lot of pressure on everybody. Braden really got off, but if you look at the big guns that you would consider for the Tuatara, they've held them reasonably under check. Just 5 for Snyder, 5 for Runso Nance. So they'll hope that kind of level of defense continues.
Offensive rebounds contributing to 8 second chance points for the Rams. Back underway, and it will be the team from the South Island. That's an Ototahi. Detch with the floater. Another nice floater. Sunday Detch getting in the paint at will. The Rams, that's 16 points in the paint now in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have to double him sooner rather than later. They're going to have to send extra bodies at him. 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Russo Nance. Make it a 4-pointer.
Okay, young fella. I see you. You know, I hadn't seen him really looking for his perimeter shot a lot this season. And I had a good discussion with some guys who followed the high school basketball closely about it. You know, is that what he wants to do? And they said, no, hey, look, in high school, he shoots it every time, sometimes from half court. And now we're starting to see it.
Joe Green, too strong.
He has no fear of the three-point shot. That confidence is starting to come over to the Sal's NBL.
It also shows the maturity of Dante Russo Nance to stay within the system as well. If he's dropping 50 points in a couple of games back-to-back about a month or so ago, no, you wouldn't be too worried if he said he was feeling it.
No, he has all the looks of a pro, and he's 17 years old. It's his career is going to be a big one.
Isaac felt it, put it up. And another trip to the Racine line for the Rams, and another and one.
How about the early performance off the bench for the Rams? Kai Isaac has been fantastic. You know, when you normally lose this many starters, this many players, you're a bit worried about what depth is going to do for you. Well, Kai Isaac has come in 2 for 2 from the field, 5 points now, looking for point number 6 from the Racine. That kind of production, even if it's just spot minutes, can give you a little bit. So important.
We have had issues with the score bench, unfortunately, throughout the first quarter and into quarter time, and now we've lost the screen, we've lost the stats. We've had problems with the game clock on the stanchions and at the baseline end.
Well, it looks like they were checking the power behind it, looking to see if everything was connected, but both teams are going to have to go to the sideline now, as they're going to have to possibly try and get the system to reboot. Not 100% sure what the issue will be or what the fix will. And having a look at the score bench, I feel like they have the same feelings. There seems to be a lot of people looking around unsure about what exactly to pull off here.
There are a lot of people huddled around that very console that you see everyone looking at the moment. People wiggling wires, adjusting cables. We have a do-or-die game really for the Rams. Last year, they were on the outside looking in. They had a 500 record. This year, a 500 record might just get you in to the 6th spot. And they're just outside it, looking to get another 500 record or better as they close out the season strong. And a win today would go a long way, especially with our 3 main players as well. Max Darling, Taylor Britt, who are away on Tall Blacks duty after the Asia Cup in Indonesia, the delayed Asia Cup. And Larry Austin out with an ankle injury as well, sustained last night.
And so far, the Rams don't mind. That is a sign of a great job coaching when you can get your guys pulled together, rowing in the right direction despite adversity, which they are certainly facing.
Kai Isaac converted that 3-point play, and Rob Lowe responds to a bit of Darude sandstorm.
Oh, and Dante Russo Nance almost gets the steal, and he does. How about that? effort by Russo Nance.
Schneider left it short. Moya with the rebound.
Just a wee bit short. Somebody shut that door on the sideline. We'll be okay.
Joe Cook-Green with the crossover. Oh, that's a nice pass. Karina cleans it up and puts it in. Tough catch.
Ooh.
And a foul by Kai Isaac.
And an unfortunate foul. That would have been pretty close to a backcourt. Schneider jumping from one side and landing on the other.
Judge Flavel wanted. But yeah, Kai Isaac, just too much pressure on that.
But you can't fault the aggressiveness, especially with young players as a coach. They're going to make errors, but if it's an aggressive error, it's something you normally try and live with just because you don't want to take that fire out of them.
Niuli.
Well, come on.
Braden Niuli
Get this guy the ball.
wares.
Get this guy the ball. He wants some more playing time, and he is earning it here in the first half. Really responding on the offensive end.
Moya kicks it out. Karina. Oh, knocks down a three.
Rob Lowe begs him to shoot it, and he does, showing off a soft touch.
It's just 20% from downtown this season.
Looked about 80 with that stringer.
Turnover, tough pass.
Silas Schneider seeing an extra body in the driving lane and just not passing crisply enough to make him pay for it.
Why not? Get it up again, Mike.
Nick Barrow decides, I'm not going to let you have the space Rob Lowe did, and slightly different result.
Iuli dropping it off to Schneider on the reverse. Nice basketball from the Tuatara.
What a speedy cut from Silas Schneider. But the vision by Braden Iuli to set that up, he has been impressive with every touch today.
Joe Cook-Green with the handoff from Karina, who set the screen perfectly. That is beautiful basketball.
And Dante Russo-Nance has to know who he's guarding. He's a shooter there. You got to trail that, get a hand up.
Russo-Nance for three. Moya with a big rebound.
Moya rebounding really, really well in this one. That is already his 9th of the game.
His 9th.
His 9th.
Cook-Green slicing through. And Aaron Young calls timeout for the home team.
Well, he's seen enough. He does not like the defensive intensity. That is a 7-point lead. And it's all on the defensive end. Their offense is okay. Hasn't been great the last couple of possessions, but because they're taking the ball out of the net every time, they're allowing this really deep penetration, play after play, giving the ball handlers options to score or dish it off. They are putting themselves behind the 8 ball and finding it tough to respond. Mike Karina, 13 points, 3 rebounds in just under 10 minutes. What a response for him, 5 for 7 from the field. Sunday Detch has 9, and of course there's those 9 rebounds from Moyer, which has really helped win that possession battle for the Rams here in the first half. Conversely, looking at the Tuatara, Braden Iuli leading the way with 12. Nobody else in double figures. Russo Nance with 8. Schneider with 7. But the shooting has cooled off after a hot start. Down to 50% when it was up there around 75 for a while.
6 offensive rebounds for the Rams. 9 assists on their 15 shots. This is the Rams team that has seen some comings and goings. Had some uphill battles. It hasn't been easy for most teams in the South NBL, and especially so for the Rams. And finding their groove in the first half here. Round 11, Eventfinda Stadium.
What a swing in the first half. The Tuatara have been up by as much as 9, now down 7. It is a seesaw affair.
Schneider went down heavy, but he's bounced back up, finds Low in the corner. 5 to shoot. He's going up against Moya, the fall away. That's too strong from Rob Lowe.
I'd like to see him get his touches just a bit closer. He's working that sort of off-post area, but getting pushed off his line just a bit.
Detch going at Schneider in his 2 fouls. Gets the stop, and Detch gets all of Rob Lowe.
Fortunate by Schneider not to foul. He had to pull out, just let him have it. And fortunate that Sunday Detch somehow misses the easiest shot he's had today, and then gets the first personal foul for himself of the afternoon. Just the 4th team foul overall in the game. for the Rams. They are not fouling right now.
5:39 to go in the second quarter. Score is 40-33 for the Rams. Getting the job done after a slow start. Tuatara and Brady Yuli came out hot. It's Yuli looking for a long two.
It's a good look, but always tough in that mid-range, especially when you've got that much time.
Joe Cook Green. Oh, off the glass. Tough layup.
Well, known as a shooter, but showing off the finishing moves around the basket, kissing it off the glass. Well done there.
Moya's all over Rob Lowe. Kalina switched on him, left it short. Detch with a big rebound. Denying Moya another rebound. Here comes Joe Cook Green, he's feeling it. Finds Isaac in the corner, gets it back, swinging the ball around. Rob Lowe did a good job of popping out on Detch, but he had to hustle back to find Kalina down low. Lowe does well.
Excellent recovery. To be out of the play, get back into it, and force the miss, that is well done.
Schneider driving on Isaac.
That's a charge.
And that's an offensive foul.
That is an easy call as well. Dropping that shoulder in, and that is foul number 3. And he will be sitting for the remainder of the half and possibly longer. Coach Aaron Young rolls the dice and comes up snake eyes on that play right there. Really well done by Kai Isaac to get himself in front of that play.
Here's Detch. Moya trying to throw it down. Rob Lowe meets him rim high. What a block.
Rob Lowe, the long arm of the law, pulling that shot back. He has been so influential at the rim today.
Dante Russo-Nance, can he get it to drop? It counts. Wow, what a bang-bang play.
And it got set up because of this fantastic block by Rob Lowe at the rim. Look at him come in from the weak side and just take that out of the air. Then influences the second shot. Rob Lowe. Man, it helps to be 6'11 plus.
I've read that.
That is great defense and a great job protecting the rim.
Russo-Nance left it short though. Lead stays at 7 for the Rams.
10 points for him in this one.
Oh, Russo-Nance read that nicely. Tipped it out. Stays with Canterbury.
And he is playing with fire, jumping that screen though, leaving Sunday Detch on the perimeter. If that pass gets over him, he's got tons of airspace for the triple.
There's Cook Green. The handle slapped away.
Was that Dante Russo-Nance coming from behind and knocking it off the knee? And then off the G.J. Gardner sign, which is a little askew at the moment on the backboard.
Aidan Tong into the game. Sunday Detch all over Russo-Nance. He looks at the referee for the call.
Keep looking, because Sunday Detch, that's the way he plays.
And we got a foul on Walter Brown, I believe. It is called on Brown.
Picks up his first personal. Big 3.5 minutes here for the Tuatara. I think a young team, they need to get this a little tighter to give themselves that momentum, that confidence in the second half.
Oh, the look. Oh, the finish is not there. And then the hustle from Dalton, but it will stay with the Rams.
Oh, there has been a few bunnies bouncing off the rim for the Tuatara today. Multiple attempts at the rim that, had they gone in, we'd be looking at an even ball game here late in the second quarter. Instead, Rams in control.
He's Cook Green. He's got a bounce in his step in this half.
He's feeling peppy.
Yeah, he's feeling really peppy. Moya going at Dalton. And Dalton, all he could do was just keep the arms up. Moya makes him pay. Dalton, though, at the other end, hustling, trying to step through.
Well, not a lot of movement there. but you did trip a guy who was trying to make a step, so that is a foul. Even if you're not moving, when you trip a guy, it is still a foul. Like the comeback from Dalton, because Moyer on the other end is really looking to take advantage of him when he's got that matchup, which is as you should do. You're an import. You've got a young teenager guarding. You have to go straight in his chin. Dalton, he's standing up to it. He's giving a good go. But just in terms of strength, you're going to have to send another body down there to give him some help. It's just too big an ask really to have him affect that shot.
This really has been a great first half from the Rams. Obviously, they've got this lead, 9. But Judd Flavel, I mean, he said to his guys, we've lost some starting 5 players. We've lost guys that we expected to lose to national duty. Didn't expect to lose Larry Austin before the game, shoot around last night. But they've come out and they've just come at the Tuatara. They themselves have lost a couple of guys, but arguably not near the class of Max Darling, Taylor Britt, and Larry Austin. And as they pump up their tyres, they throw the ball out, unfortunately. But they have come in with some moxie, but they look like a team who know that they have their destiny in their hands, and they just have to put it together to get into that 6.
Well, you could tell from the first possession that this was a team that was locked into what they need to do. They're playing with great intensity on both ends, and that's put them in great position here in the first half with a lot of time left.
Dalton lost the handle there, and that just breaks down as well. So sloppy at both ends for these two teams. There's a lot of youth out there at the moment. It's like the start of the Sal's NBL where we saw a lot of young guys. Timeout Judd Flavel, who got some big minutes before the imports and the help from the seniors, the senior experienced players arrived.
Youth everywhere out there.
A lot of youth.
Kiddos on kiddos, and you're seeing the types of mistakes that these young players make. They're unforced errors, there's errors of omission, and the coaches can't get too down on those things. They can't harp on those things because they need to keep these young fellows up and keep that confidence going. A lot of time left in this one for both teams. Don't let those lows get too low for the Tuatara, and don't get resting on those laurels if you're the Rams.
It just helps the Giants and the Airs as well, a Rams performance to pull off a win, because the Giants are just sitting right behind the Tuatara. They sit up on with 9 wins as well, with 18 points. And the Tuatara have the top spot by virtue of points for and against. And the Airs, what a story they have been. They are a fun team to watch.
They're I don't know if they're even a dark horse as title favorites, because the way they're playing right now, the scalps they've got, they're in that short conversation about who can actually win it. Their import talent is prodigious. The local players have really started to pick up their level of play as the season has gone along. And if things go the way they're looking right now, they are certainly going to be sitting at that table comes the end of the season.
Look at a team like the Otago Nuggets as well, who went down against the Saints. They were on 2nd place on the ladder a few weeks ago, but the wheels have started to fall off a little at the moment. They're currently at 6-6, clinging into that last playoff spot where the Rams would desperately love to be.
It's not been a great run for them.
Another turnover though. It's 2 in a row for the Rams. Russo Nance. Feel like he and Rob Lowe need to start operating together. Instead, it's Dalton giving it to Beattie. 6 to shoot. Russo Nance with Detch on him. This is going to be a tough shot for Russo Nance. Can he get it to drop? It's an air ball. Great defense from Sunday Detch.
Just no penetration anywhere on that possession. They couldn't get closer than 4 feet of the 3-point line. You got to get these young guys together, the coaching staff, and say, hey, Rob Lowe's in the paint. He had Aiden Tong on him. We got to see that matchup, and that's where we're going with the ball. You can see the youth outside of Dante Russo-Nance and Braden Yulee. When they've got the ball on the perimeter, they're not surveying things. They're not taking what's being given them. They're predetermining what they're doing with the basketball. They got to start leading and reacting.
Walter Brown with the drive. Beattie on his back, called for the foul.
Well, how about this Ram squad and their response in the first half? Walter Brown, who has the last couple of weeks has really picked up his level of play as he's gotten more comfortable with things, and we see why so many Nice things have been said about him with that athletic drive there, right to the cup. No wasted movements, showing off that athleticism. Has the strength to get the foul and the finish. And another point from the Razine as well. 12-point lead, a minute and a half. It was just about a steal by Brown.
Brown can't get the finish though. Here's Rousseau Nance. Minute 30 to go. Lowe has Brown on him. Ewley in the corner. Quick Green matches up. Oh, the bounce pass, split everything. Rod Lowe has it though. Ewley for three.
Oh,
Tong with the rebound.
a tough possession there. Scramble by the Rams.
Mike Kalina with another heavy screen at midcourt.
Probably could have been illegal on that one. A bit of movement and some arms.
And then gets great position on Lowe. And then that just drops.
First half clinic from the Rams.
Ewley on the reverse. A welcome bucket for the Tuatara. And they are down 12 with under a minute to go in this first half. Another Kalina screen at midcourt. Where's the communication? It's McIntosh who feels all of it. Run into the Port Hills.
There's really not a lot of point of guarding up at half court if you can't get over that screen, because right now you're putting your team at a disadvantage. Coming off that screen, all of a sudden you've got a guard coming at a big from half court at full speed, and we've seen what's happened the last two plays. Easy drives to the bucket, easy options all over the court. Gonna have to go back to the drawing board in the second half at halftime, or do the Tuatara, and come out in the second half with a couple of tweaks, because the Rams have been prepared for it and they're exploiting things all over it.
Another foul. Shot goes down from the Razine. Early. Through Lowe to Rousseau Nance. Dante. Tong on him. Lowe with position. Ball away over Karina. Banks it down.
That is a called bank shot. You didn't know it, but the bank is open on the shore on a Sunday. And now my dad will laugh quite heartily about my dad joke.
4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 8 to shoot for the Rams. Cook Green operating on Ewley, puts it high up. Lowe needs to kick it out. 3 to shoot to end the half. Dante Rousseau Nance can't track it down. And then with 0.7 on the game clock, the Rams might have a prayer answered on this one. It's been that kind of half for them. Things have been going right for them. Just the Tuatara with a little shell-shocked. Just 15 second quarter points for the Tuatara. Brown catches it. Can't get the roll. Walter Brown and the Rams, though, they walk off the floor at halftime. Up big, 51-39, 51 points. Average 82 across the season. It's only good for 8th spot. And they are full of vim and vigor after a first half. Seen them put Tuatara in a world of hurt. Mike Karina is with Casey Frank. Look out for the screen, Casey. Here's Mike.
Well, down multiple players. You guys came out really focused, really sharp. What was the plan of attack coming in?
Yeah, we just came in like it's a team sport for us. Like a couple people down, but a couple people get to stand up, and I think that's the thing. Like motivating them to prove themselves, get on that, like play the last couple of games, get more minutes. So that's the main thing.
And for yourself, there's looking more into the post than we've seen from the Rams this season. You must be happy with the production. You're looking for more of that in the second half?
No, it's great. I mean, everyone likes to score the ball, but at the same time, like it's a team sport. So if I don't score, I trust Sunday, Joe Cook Green, or whatever to score as well.
Options galore. Good luck in the second half, Mac. And I've got Braden Ewley come in, who came into the starting lineup, and you really showed off offensively. What was your mindset coming in that allowed you to start like that?
Just be aggressive, you know. Tucky has gone to the full black, so someone had to step up. And I just went to the spot.
And then looking towards the second half, you guys are down 12, not what you expected against a team down some players. What do you guys have to do differently to get back in the ballgame?
Oh, it's all energy. We've got a massive crowd here and we're not putting on a show for them, so the boys got to put our energy to get back in the game.
Fantastic. Good luck in the second half. Braden, takes your time.
Wow, the Rams, it's all going well for them. They're up 51-39. The Tuatara coaching staff still at the sideline. working out what they're going to say to their troops. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after the break to crunch some numbers for you. Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium with the Rams in control. 51 first half points. An offensive explosion for them. They are scoring at will in the paint. And here are your leading scorers. Cutting up his 13. Bradley Uli, he started off really hot, but it's just been a little bit jagged at times for the Tuatara. Silas Schneider, 3 fouls, and that's curtailed the impact that they needed from him.
He's a guy who they really need to stay on the court for pretty much the entirety of the game. And so in the time he's been off, you can see that's where the Rams have stretched out that lead, and excellent support from all over the Rams team. And you're looking forward towards the rebounds. You see Moyer leading the way there. Rob Lowe's been solid in response, but both teams fighting off of that as we take a look at the rest of the stats. It's been a battle on the glass and will continue to do so. A lot of unselfishness out there. Impressive from Joe Cook Green. It's technically off the bench, 9 points and those assists as well. What you need. Rob Lowe, he's got a solo block party. Those are never fun.
And the steals as well. There's been some thieves in the night. There's also been some sloppy turnovers in that second quarter as well. But we are looking to get the second half underway very short. A lot of questions need to be answered for the Tuatara. They still sit on top of the Sal's NBL ladder, but the Rams are desperate to get themselves into that top 6. They currently sit on the 7th position on the ladder, and we'll be back after the break to let you know how it all goes down, Casey Frank, because The Rams just have that desperation about them. The Tuatara, a little bit of complacency.
Yeah, slightly. They're a young team. I think they might have just run into a bit of a saw and got cut. And a little surprised now. Halftime, reassess. Look, we're down 12, but we're not out of it. We can turn this around. We can come back and fight hard. Now just got to do it.
Certainly. We'll be back after the break.
Tuatara, they missed them all.
Missed them all. Yikes.
Charlie with 2, and then Dante with missed the end one.
Missed the end one, he certainly did. Eventfinda Stadium on the north shore of Tamaki Makaurau. The Rams come to town. They've put on a show in the first half, 51 points. John Flavel and his coaching staff.
They certainly did. They have come out focused and ready, and it's the mindset. They've been to the line 13 times. Conversely, the Tuatara with just 3 attempts from the Razine, and that's not the kind of basketball Dylan Boucher likes to see get played. He wants people aggressive on the rim, even as he's enjoying the halftime activities. But looking towards this second half, the 12-point deficit, the Rams with a bit of a lead, but they've done it with aggression. They have to stay on that razor's edge. They're so aggressive defensively. They have really just put the clamps on the half-court offense for the Tuatara. If they continue that level of defense, it's going to be so difficult for this Auckland squad to score, except in transition where they found a bit of success.
It is a triple header, the last game of a Tauihi Sal's NBL Sunday afternoon feast of basketball. A double header from Wellington, and then this game from the North Shore. It's a busy time for Dylan Boucher and Basketball New Zealand. Multiple representative teams, age group and senior teams, not to mention 3x3 teams away as well. Both teams juggling commitments.
There's players missing all over the place from both the Tauihi and the Sal's NBL. Teams have had to, on the run, find some tape things up, figure things out. So game in, game out, it's no different for anybody. Sometimes it's injuries, sometimes it's the call of the national team, but regardless, you got to figure out a way to do it without the guys you normally have. The Rams, they've got a plan for it. It worked in the first half. The Tuatara, they got to look in the second. They're switching things up ever so slightly. Schneider, it looks like, is going to start with those 3 fouls, as well as sending in Big Nick Barrow as well, sending in his age and strength to go against the import talent who has been dominating on the glass, with Matthew Moyer really taking advantage of the young players when he got him. He's got 8 points and 10 rebounds in the first half, and the hope is that Nick Barrow can try and slow that down, but the Rams love their attitude, love the way they're playing. Desperation does strange things to teams sometimes, but it has really brought out the best in the Rams today.
Sunday Ditch will be sticking like glue onto Silas Schneider, who has to be judicious with how much physicality he can use on his drives, because he doesn't want to pick up another offensive foul.
But the other half of that is it just gets so much easier for Dante Russo-Nance to score. Now running the ball through his hands without Schneider on the court, you're going to see Sunday Ditch in a lot of those matchups. Running him with the ball through his hands when Schneider's out there means he's facing the second best perimeter defender.
There's Dante with the ball, stepping through off the defense. And it's just a little strong. Rams come away with a stop to start the third quarter.
It's the right mindset, though, to the rim. Stops depending on the jumper. Got to get into the paint.
Karina. Oh, strong play. Mike Karina.
He is playing his best basketball of the season.
I just love the way he puts it in, and he runs back down and sets about his defensive assignment, which is anchoring the back of the zone.
He is not much of a talker on the court. It is all physicality.
He sets screens like a cinder block with eyes as well. I've seen 3 heavy screens set by him at midcourt in that first half.
He's a screening machine. And if I was one of the guard's teammates, I'd say, hey, can you call that out a little louder?
Moyer. He got one in the face. Matthew Moyer, he's down on the baseline.
What did he get in his face? His own flame. I don't know what hit him. Everybody was straight up.
Nick Barrow taking advantage of the advantage, and he can't get it to go down, but Rob Lowe getting the rebounds, and Rob Lowe will go to the Racine to shoot 2.
Not a bad shot for Nick Barrow from 14, but you got the 5-on-4 advantage. You got to get to the rim. Keep attacking, make somebody step up. You got the switch off. Nice job by Moyer to come in and take away an easy free throw, finishing opportunity, but now to the line where before that, the Tuatara hadn't made one.
Now 1 for 4, my goodness.
But more concerning than the misses is just the 4 attempts. That is not the way you need to play. And now 1 for 5. Those 4 points could help in this 13-point deficit.
Conversely, 13 trips to the foul line for the Rams, so as we have a whistle. And we're just having a shot clock reset. I think it restarted at 14, did it? So we're going to stick it back up to 18, and we'll get the game back underway. He wants another couple of seconds, does he? Can we add another couple of seconds? We're going to wind it back down. Oh, we can.
Get it to here, get it to there. Perfect.
We'll be 21. We'll get this game back underway. This is merch given away in the crowd, and under Pied Piper, the kids are flocking up the aisle. It will be the Rams looking to get another bucket. 53-40, Ditch. Nice pass. Bobbled. And
travel called? Yeah.
Yeah, he bobbled the ball on the baseline, and turnover is called. Schneider with the ball now. Tuatara looking to push it. Schneider faced with 2 defenders, gives it to Iuli. Here comes Barrow to set the screen on Dante. Fires it one-handed to Rob Lowe, drives on Karina, and he can get the roll as well. That's what they need, more aggression from Rob Lowe.
I like that. He doesn't settle for the jump shot and uses his quickness against Karina to get to the rim. You're right, more of that is needed.
Ditch. Nice defense from Russo-Nance, who has Schneider to his right. And stepping through There's the 17-year-old and dropping it down, and Judge Flavel needs to call a timeout because the lead has been cut to single digits for the first time in a long time.
Well, he wants to discuss things. That's not the same smoothness of offense we saw finishing the quarter in the first half. Instead, they've come out, and the physicality of the Tuatara have pushed him off, and we see that beautiful play in transition. Dante Russo-Nance saw Schneider ahead of him, but realized that I can get the step because of the way the court is balanced. And just his decisions with the ball are just so good for a player his age. Always impressive what he comes up with.
It's been remiss of us not to mention Dan Fotu as well, who's been out with injury. Only played a couple of games before he tweaked a knee. They're hoping to get him back in the next couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, the hope is, you know, that if things go right, he will be back in time for finals. Also the hope for Chris Johnson. So if they are able to get everybody, there will be a much deeper, more talented team that's going to have its own issues. You're going to have to figure out how to reinsert these guys in the lineup who haven't maybe been playing this basketball and aren't in the greatest of shape, but you'd rather have those guys than not.
There is Kirk Penny on the baseline of the seats there. Just waiting, maybe getting the call up to have a bit of a go at playing basketball again.
Yeah, I wonder. I am interested to see if he actually does put on a jersey. You know, I know it gets you can get that scratchy, feel the itch. Yeah, eventually you might have to scratch it.
But no doubt, knowing the competitor that Kirk Penny is, he would want it to be meaningful as well. As Mike Cutting is stroking the long J.
That's a really well-designed play. Sunday Detch was just driving to pull Rob Lowe out of the corner. He was never really looking to score. And Mike Karina showing off the range, 2 for 3.
Aiuli is that. Barrow can't get it. Cutting it. A great game offensively. Detch, left hand.
Yeah.
And he travelled.
Travel there, just a little bit of a shuffle before he decided what he wanted to do with the basketball.
Too far on the Sunday drive by Detch.
A little bit between minds. He is so influential to the offensive attack of the Rams.
I like this attitude from the Tuatara, really trying to push it, but I don't like that shot.
He's begging for a foul, but there's not a lot of activity there. He's got to make a better decision on that case with ball in hand.
And I think Judge Flavel has just been warned that he's going to get a technical foul pretty shortly.
Well, he's arguing that Rob Lowe made no play on the ball, that should be an unsportsmanlike foul because of it. And he's got an argument. You know, it was a foul, but he didn't hack at him. He fouled him with his body. Rob Lowe, with that international experience, understands how to foul without enforcing that rule.
Cook Green on the drive with the right hand stepping through. Rob Lowe pulls it down though.
Double-digit figure rebounds for him on that one.
Nick Barrow was in the key. Great position. Aiuli now with the ball. Barrow from the foul line, the Racine line, but it's 2.
That is his range. He loves it from 17 and in, especially as he's got that kind of room. And for a strong fella, you can see the soft touch on display there.
Is Brown. Walter Brown just leaning into the Tuatara.
Well,
Tuatara defense. Brandon Aiuli is called for the foul.
Yeah, interesting. His first of the ball game. I thought that contact was created by Brown, really searching it out, hoping for a whistle to come his way, and you know, keep hope alive because sometimes it does come your way.
Cook Green. Moya. Oh, wow! Moya! He's still in the game. And he reminds everybody with a massive dunk, but Schneider at the other end.
Moyer with a huge finish.
Yeah.
Love the counterattack by the Tuatara, but it's all about that Moyer jam.
Mike Karina from
Stop
3.
It. Mike Karina, 3rd triple of the ball game, 20%. Oh my goodness, he is on fire.
Is Lowe. Rob Lowe blows the dunk. There he is, the offensive juggernaut that is Karina. Oh, the reverse. It's Mike's world. We're just living in it.
What a game he is putting together. The bench loves it. He is up to 20 points now. What a game he is putting together. Unbelievable. The shot selection, the confidence his teammates are showing for him when he's got that jumper going from deep outside. 20 points on 8 for 11 from the field, 5 rebounds as well.
I believe, Casey Frank, it is 25
Oh,
points.
25. Are we slow? Yeah, sorry. Our stats are slow. It is 25 points.
Here he is on the G.J. Gardner replay. Just a silky reverse.
10 for 13 from the field.
10 for 13.
The Wi-Fi connection finally came back and gave us the good stuff.
He's 23. 23 is what Mike Karina is on now. 23 points in 2.5 quarters.
Wow. What an offensive explosion he has put together. And this is the type of performances the Rams were hoping to get from him all season long. Got off to a bit of a slow start, but carrying the water in this one. A 23-point lead with just over 15 minutes. Sorry, a 15-point lead with just over 15 minutes left in the game.
Getting some valuable bench points, 18 as well. I mean, Joe Cook-Green.
Sort of a bench player.
And an anomaly to begin the game.
But I've liked what we've seen from Kaya Isaac and Sam Smith, especially. You know, Sam Smith has been up and down at times, but even those 5 points he brought in the first half really change how much you can rest the guys in front of him, give you confidence and go back to those guys. Do the Tuatara have any answers for this just really, really tough defensive effort by the Rams?
Here's Uli on the baseline to Russo Nance. Good defense from the Rams. Russo Nance made to work for it. Moya all over him. 4 to shoot. Russo Nance, a high arcing 3. Dante. Oh my goodness.
Timely. A timely triple to cut it to 12. He has found his stroke today as well. Dante Russo Nance up to 17 points. And 3 for 5 from the arc.
Mike Karina thought about it, drives on low. This time he can't get it to fall. Here's Russo Nance going at Walter Brown, and Moya got a fingertip to it perhaps, or he just left it short.
Just took on a little bit too much there. Multiple defenders around him. He had options on the perimeter to release it.
Here's Cook-Green. That's too strong, and that came off a Rams hand, and it will be Tuatara ball.
You know, one of my concerns for the Rams coming into this one was going to be their conditioning. With that many players out, you have to go deeper in your bench. I thought this was going to be an issue for them, but man, they are looking the stronger team here in the third.
Certainly do. There's no let up from Mike Karina, that is for sure. Moya has a double-double, 10 and 10 for the Rams. Good position and catch from low. And Rob Loy stepped on someone's foot.
The tweak. Never like to see the tweak. Thankfully, not too bad. Excellent find from Russo Nance. Better finish by Rob Lowe.
Another screen set for Ditch. This time he has the ball. Moya, though, gets it back and he knocks down a 3. Matthew Moya.
The attack of the big men from deep coming to a theater near you.
It's Russo Nance. Kai Isaac does well to stick with him. Judge Flavel is coaching up a storm. Nick Barrow makes them pay. Nick Barrow, an offensive shining light from the mid-range.
They've needed it, and he has relished the opportunity he's been given and taken advantage of it.
Joe Cook-Green.
Good D by Uli.
Silas Schneider controls it. Mike Karina.
That's multiple miscues on these fast break opportunities. They have to do a better job of converting those chances when they get them.
The sweeping hook. Rob Lowe is getting absolutely toasted in there. I'm sorry, Rob.
The strength to the middle, but the soft touch on the rim. Karina doing it all, 25 points.
Ditch with the foul, just too aggressive.
He'll pick up his second personal, I believe.
On Barrow.
That's it.
Young looks at his bench. Moya gets a well-deserved rest.
25 points from Mike Karina. An offensive explosion when the Rams were desperate for it. And just going deep in the bag, showing the full set of skills.
Barrow. Nice catch. Double teamed as low. Barrow can't get that to go down this time.
Decent looks, but you don't want your offense living and dying on 15-foot jump shots from the elbow. You need a little bit more at the rim or some better looks from deep.
Schneider tried to steal it. Now he has to recover. Isaac circling the rim on the baseline. And Nick Barrow gets called for the foul.
And just not a foul you want to get as a big. You did all the work. You had him in a difficult position for the finish. But instead of forcing the miss and getting the ball going the other way, back to the Racine for the Rams, who are finding success after success at the free throw line. This will be attempts number 14 and 15 here.
Isaac good from the Racine. Mike Karina. He's played over 23 minutes. He's pretty much played all the minutes. He's barely rested. They do have Alex Talma, former Rams player over the last few seasons, on the bench. Big unit. Fireman on the shore as well in Devonport. But no need to call on Talma when Karina is killing it. And then finally a bucket for the Tuatara.
Schneider showing that soft touch on the runner. Going to need a bit more of that. Still within touch distance. It'd be good for the Tuatara to cut this to 10, but the Rams have closed quarters so well.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they're going to let a three like that fall from Detch. Lead is 15.
Nobody on the ball. Sunday Detch is your #1 concern. Somebody find him.
Russo Nance left it short. Slaps it away.
You see the difference in shot quality between the teams, though. Wide open for the Rams and just contested it in traffic for the Tuatara.
Karina likes this matchup. Barrow does really well, but Karina does even better.
That's unfortunate for Barrow. He's so strong, because if he wasn't, he might have been knocked backwards and be able to get the charge. But instead, strength on strength, and Karina wins this square off. 27 for the big fella.
Nice backdoor cut from Schneider. Puts it up and in.
Well, a quick handle of the ball to put it up, too. Yuli with another find. He loves the backdoor.
Detch. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Detch, tough off the glass.
Oh, man, they are just finishing with contact with such ease.
Barrow. I tell you what, the Tuatara, when they're in transition, they look really good, but everything else is not great at the moment.
No, the half court is a struggle. They got to keep running, and they got to get stops to run consistently. Rams looking with a 4-second differential to try and take the last shot of the quarter.
7 on the shot clock. The runner, Russo Nance, blocks it, but it falls to the Rams. Detch to close the third. Can't get the roll, but they have a 15-point lead. And Schneider from midcourt. And that'll do us. 3 quarters done and dusted, and a 15-point lead for the visitors. You see us have an enthralling 4th quarter going on, because the Tuatara looking good in transition, but just getting killed in the paint.
Well, what a quarter for the Rams. They came out and did fantastic defense, but scoring 25 exceeds their lead just a little bit, and they're going into the 4th quarter in complete control of this one.
We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium. It has been the Mike Karina show for the Rams, who have a 15-point lead. They are just seemingly unstoppable. They lead at the half, putting 51 on. They've got another 25 points in that third quarter. They had 26 in the second, 25 to start the game. Nothing could stop them in the paint as well.
Nothing whatsoever. Mike
Nothing
Karina.
can stop Mike Karina as well.
He is an unstoppable force or an immovable object, whichever one you want to choose. It's the same result right now. Mike Karina carrying that load on the interior, not in the game now. But I'd expect to see Sunday Detch get a few opportunities. He hasn't had the ball in hand a ton. But they can work through him now with Karina off the floor.
Mike Karina's career high, I believe, is 36 3 years ago.
Okay.
It's just a quick Google, though.
It's in play. It's in play.
Definitely in play. Rob Lowe spins, and the basket's waved away. Kai Isaac got him.
And that's the best I've seen the Tuatara get the ball to Rob Lowe in the mismatch today. They've been struggling to be able to get through the initial line of defense. They get it there, quick foul, they don't even let him get a shot off. This Rams team looks extremely well drilled in what they want to accomplish this evening. Oh, offensive foul on Rob Lowe. Matthew Moyer, I think he might be up for an acting award on that one. I don't know if we've got an angle that will show it. Rob Lowe turned into him on it. And here we take a look at it. See the drops down, turns in, and that's a little floppy.
Thoughts and prayers.
Rob Lowe hadn't even done an entire turn yet. And the sniper from up top somewhere must have taken Matthew Moyer down. But that's gamesmanship. That is part of the game, and Matthew Moyer doing what he needs to do to get his team the victory today.
Walter Brown to Moyer. Ditch. Little floater, can't get it to drop.
The Tuatara are lucky they're not down more with the way that Sunday Detch has been missing these. As you see Yuli get fouled by Brown, but it wasn't too long ago that Sunday Detch was the MVP in Africa, and he was hitting all of those.
Yeah, Sunday Detch and South Sudan doing a really good job. Coming through to the next round of qualifying. 60 teams qualifying for the next round for the FIBA World Cup, which is next year.
That South Sudanese team has quite the Aussie flavor.
It really does.
It's nice to see those guys go back and represent their country and do it well. Undefeated behind the play of Sunday Detch. And the big concern for the Rams coming into this fourth quarter is, are they going to have enough juice down the stretch? This is a team that's not, a lot of these guys out here playing these minutes aren't used to these heavy loads. With 9 minutes to go, can they dig just deep enough to finish it off?
Here is Ditch. Moyer. 5 to shoot. Ditch. A little strong. Here's Schneider. Barrow up ahead, but the Rams do a good job of getting back. Poked
Sam
away.
Smith. Love the activity. They are not giving them anything easy.
Sam Smith.
Oh, look at Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe got a piece, but
Oh, love the work of Kai Isaac there. The Tuatara, on the other hand, didn't support Rob Lowe, and that's why they're down another 2 points.
Schneider long too. That drops.
And once again, the shot quality. Look how hard that shot is for Siler Schneider to get off. Defense everywhere. It's a masterful shot to make, but so difficult. Easy looks for the Rams on the other end.
Moyer looking to go at Lowe, just left him behind with the left hand.
Oh, what a stretch. Gets to his spot and is able to extend beyond the defensive abilities of Lowe to contest. Oh, big shot.
3. is good.
Schneider, he's starting to get a little hot. If anybody's going to put the ball in their hands and just go to work for the Tuatara, it's going to be Schneider. He's got to carry that load. Down 15, he's run out of time to do it.
Moya now, giving it up to Isaac. Switches on. It's Moya. Nice hustle from Walter Brown to try and get the rebound. Judd Flavel is highly animated. Felt like it came off a Tuatara hand.
That might have been what I saw as well. It looked like Walter Brown hit it first, but then off of
Judd got up.
Big Barrow's hands. He'd be athlete. Look at him, he's svelte. He looks like he still works out. Look at that, look at just nothing easy for the Rams. They are contesting everything, up 15 points. And look at this energy well that Sunday Detch has, pressing up, almost forcing an 8-second call.
Indefatigable is Sunday Detch. Rob Lowe can't get that to go. Its lead is 15. Aaron Young will call a timeout, next stoppage. He said if they score, so it's a turnover. He waves off the timeout because Russo Nance has the ball.
Oh my, stop the fast break to catch the net down off the rim.
Aaron Young can't believe it. It's incredulous.
Well, in particular because there was just a missed shot with the net in the same place where you could have much more easily stopped play.
It's just not that kind of afternoon, early evening for the Tuatara.
And now they've got a short shot clock. It's down to 14. Let's see if they're going to add one more second, so it'll be up to 15. But regardless, they have struggled in the half court. Oh, 21 seconds. Okay, down to 21. And bringing it back to half court. That's a little bit better for them. But that was a fast break opportunity. The only place the Tuatara have really found any kind of space today and taken away from them.
Here's Schneider. In all sorts of trouble. Kept his pivot. And that's just tough shot to convert. As Isaac on the other end is not going to lay it up.
Good hustle by Barrow to get back into it, but
Russo Nance. Oh, that's nothing but net from Dante Russo Nance.
I think the foul was called as well on Walter Brown for an illegal box out. So the bucket counts, and I think it's ball on the baseline to the Tuatara. 3 counts. Another possession, a chance to cut it to 10 because of this underneath the basket right there. Walter Brown slightly touches Rob Lowe.
Matthew Moya is talked to by one of the trainers on the Rams bench. I just saw another one run off down the sideline in front of us, Casey. Maybe he's looking for some ice, perhaps. Here they come back. Moya.
Oh my. I love the defensive intensity from the Rams. They're just all over Nick Barrow. He can't even get the pass down the court in what looked like a golden opportunity to cut it back to single digits. Goes wanting.
82-70, 6:14 to go in this game. There's still plenty of basketball to go. I don't know if Moya's dehydrated or he's been given some Coca-Cola, I think.
A little energy?
Yeah.
Some sucre?
Yeah, he's feeling flat, that is for sure. It doesn't matter because Mike Karina is getting it done.
The double pump fake clears the defenders and the little stretching layup for the finish. He is doing it all.
Dante. Oh, that's silky. Russo Nance, they need more of that.
Just too much space when the big doesn't step up. That mid-range shot is there all day. Back to a 12-point deficit, and the Rams are looking to work it back.
Smith. Rebound, falls to Karina and Brown. Oh, that's big. Walter Brown for 3.
And deservedly so, the ball in his hands for the shot because he created that second chance opportunity with his rebounding efforts. And Sunday Detch's activity finally called for a foul. He couldn't quite reach the ball when Rob Lowe's got it over his head, so nothing to hit but his chest.
Walter Brown takes a seat. Number 3. Here's Schneider. Schneider twisting, turning, falling. Cook Green with the rebound.
And I wonder when the Rams, if they will ever get a little bit more patient. Oh, Russo Nance.
Schneider, nice finish, good look. And Aaron Young keeps wiping away the timeout he keeps asking for. Every time they do, they get a turnover and they get a bucket in transition. 13 is the lead though for the Rams. Time is not on the side of the home team. Cook Green trying to step through on Rob Lowe. Here comes Uli. He's pushing it.
Back to the races where they feel most comfortable. Got to let that one fly.
Now Judd Flavel wants a timeout of the Tuatara score. It's poked
great
away.
Hand. Joe Cook Green from behind. Great hand.
And we got a technical foul on Russo Nance.
And that's one I'd like to see the official during feud just hold in his pocket a little bit longer. The fast break opportunity, let the offense see if they get something out of it. Then you can call the T there, because that's really takes away the advantage that they had there. But regardless, free throw and possession for the Rams.
Ditch misses the foul shot.
Well, 4 minutes left, a 13-point lead. It is all about execution from here. And that execution just a little tougher when you don't have your normal starting point guard. Taylor Britt not here. Ball in the hands of Joe Cook Green and Sunday Detch for a lot of this going forward.
Back out to Detch. 8 to shoot. Sunday Detch. In and out.
Oh. Couldn't get that one to drop, and another fast break opportunity.
Schneider. Trailing Rob Lowe.
Decent look, but the work of Nick Barrow is rewarded. Sam Smith is trying to call for the flop, but the foul got called. So he's not going to get the flop warning to end the foul call at the same time. Nick Barrow, his presence is always felt under the rim, and this is a huge opportunity for the Tuatara as they are in the bonus for the rest of the way shooting free throws.
Yeah, 3:44 to go. Nick Barrow with the clock stop at the Racine line. Championship winner with the Pirates in 2012. Barrow looking to convert 2, does so. 11 now. No Moya by the looks of it. It looks as though he's left the bench to be treated. You know, he's back.
And there he comes.
Matthew Moya at the scorer's table. And a turnover by the Tuatara, the Rams, but the Tuatara have it. And the lead is 9. Russo Nance makes the lead 7 for the Rams. Timeout, Judd Flavel and the Rams.
Oh, and the crowd loves it. Dante Russo Nance continuing to go to the well. Doesn't get the foul he wanted, but he does get the bucket as he drives down the lane. See the contact, see his ability to slow to that contact and re-steady himself. He is so balanced on his drive. It is impressive.
Excuse me, the lead is now 9. It was 11. I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's back and forth. It's so seesaw.
3:18 to go, Casey.
20 points now for Dante Russo Nance. Sorry, 22 on that make with just 3:18 to go.
29 for Karina is 9 rebounds, 4 of them in the offensive glass, 2 assists, 12 of 16 shooting.
And at this point, I wonder if the Rams don't just start stretching out the clock, use the full extent of their 24 that they get, maybe not get as concerned with putting the ball in the cup the rest of the way. Because the most important thing for them is the win.
They are in that 7th spot on the ladder, as I said earlier. Rob Lowe, 9 points for him, 15 rebounds. No other Tuatara has more than 3.
That has been the way it has been a lot of the season since Chris Johnson left. He's still been able to get it done, but in the total rebounds, he's got 15-4 as a team. But for the #1 rebounding team in terms of differential, down 7 tonight.
Wow, wait. This Rams lead is 9. Will it be 10? Tuatara get a stop out of the timeout.
Happy with the look. Excellent execution coming out of timeout again.
Here it comes. Schneider on the reverse. Oh, he can't get that to drop.
Oh,
Barrow almost saved it.
What a play. The timely cut. Love the way he moved without the basketball there, but just once again an easy shot goes bouncing. Great look at it. All about patience now for the Rams. Karina sprinting up for that screen.
Yeah.
I was a little fearful for Dante Roos's next future.
So was I. Another stop. Schneider with it. Rams hustle back though. 4 of them.
Great
Rob
job.
Lowe. Little head feint. Oh, throws it down on Moyer. He gets it back on him.
Right back at you. That's for you, Nick Barrow. I'm helping you out. Matthew Moyer, he gave a couple posters and now he receives. As Rob Lowe flexes on him, cutting it to 7 and a chance to cut it to 6.
He met him rim high in the first half with a big block, did Rob Lowe. Now puts him on a poster with an and one of the Resine. Back of the iron though.
The Resine stripe 4 for 10 now, 40% on the day. You think those 6 misses would come in handy?
Down 7, I would say so. 2:20 to go. Joe Cook Green. Pull up. Rattles in and out. Looking up ahead, it's Schneider with Detch. What a matchup this is. Schneider with the right hand on the left-hand side, can't get it. 2 blown layups.
2 blown layups in the last 3 minutes. Both great looks.
They too would help.
They would. They would.
Joe Cook Green now dancing around, looking to wind the clock down. 9 to shoot. Brown on Russo Nance. Another stop, but it's Moyer with a rebound. Cook Green. Oh, can't get it. Rob Lowe times his jump, fires it to Karina, who steps through. He gets it, of course he does. It's been Mike's game all along.
That's the one. That is the dagger. Mike Karina getting it done. Foul up top by Joe Cook Green. Probably a good foul. We'll send Russo Nance to the line with a chance to cut it to 7. But how about 3 opportunities on the most important defensive possession of the game for the Tuatara? They cannot corral the rebound. And coming in once again, this was the best rebounding team in the league. They had the best differential there was.
It has to be said though, a lot of that had to do with Chris Johnson being an absolute window cleaner on the glass.
Excellent make there from Russo Nance to cut it to 8.
They've lost some close ones, have the Tuatara. And this one's now down to 7.
Well, down the clutch, it has not always been to their favor. Great in the blowouts, but the tough, tight ones, it has been a losing record.
A stop or a turnover here. And a quick bucket at the other end. Time is not on their side though. Moyer looking to go at Barrow. Detch needs to shoot it. Over Schneider, can't get it. Russo Nance has it. Bounce pass. Oh, what a look. Did it come off Detch?
Oh, what hustle by Detch to keep it in bounds.
Oh my goodness. Whose ball is it? It's the Tuatara.
Wow.
Oh, the Rams almost saved it and won the game with that. And it's timeout. Aaron Young and the North Shore base team.
Wow.
106 left in the game. 89-82 is the scoreline.
And here we look at it. Look at the hustle by Detch, somehow keeping it in, going into the wall. And then we missed it, but I believe Walter Brown was on the sideline as he touched the ball, giving possession back to the Tuatara.
Huge position here, Casey. Do you go for a quick 3 or look inside?
You don't have enough time for 2s. If you play the 2-point game right now, you hit that, it'll still be 5. It's still a multiple possession game. If you're able to hit a 3 here, you're right in it. It really puts a lot of pressure. Of course, crash the glass, but for me, the way this game is going, the time that you have left, I think the Tuatara have to get a three to have a realistic shot of closing this one out. Remember, you were mentioning not great in the clutch. In their 4-game losing streak, they lost those combined 4 games, combined by 12 points total. So it's all about performance down the stretch. Can they change that fortune and get that lizard off their back, so to speak?
The Rams, they have 3 games in a row at home. After this one, they've got the Airs, the Giants, and the Sharks. They have a home stand to really close out their season. After that, they have to travel to play the Hawks. But their destiny is well and truly in their hands with the favourable home draw in the next 4 games, 3 of them at Carl Stadium or a venue of their choosing. Here is McIntosh to get us underway again. 66 seconds to go. Schneider to Rousseau-Nance. There it comes. Rob low, little 2. Can't get that to drop. So many looks that have gone begging in this game, in this quarter, in this last few minutes. Tara.
Ooh, touch foul at half court. But that is foul number 4, so not free throws yet, which is actually in the favor of the Rams. They want to keep that clock working.
Just hasn't been the Tuatara's game.
But all credit to them. They've continued to fight. They were down big multiple times and have fought all the way back to make it a game. Just 50 seconds left. They're going to end up with a loss, but a valuable loss for some of the young players. But how about the Rams?
How about the Rams?
So short-handed. I mean, they've got nobody.
Incredible. What a performance. That man with the ball has been sensational.
3 starters out. 3 starters out. And look at the way they've come back in this one.
Gonna have to pull up.
He had to shoot that.
Trailer, someone has to shoot a 3.
It's not about 2s. They'll give up the 2s all day. Got to shoot a 3 there. Unfortunately, didn't. And that will officially do it as Mike Carina heads to the free throw line.
31 points, 13 of 18, 11 rebounds, 5 of them on the offensive glass.
And if he gets these 2, I believe he equals what our quick research department, aka Moles' computer, told us. Oh, no free throws yet. It's still 1 more to give, so no, not yet on track for his career high.
Finally fouled him. With 21.2 seconds to go in this game.
They tried to go for a quick steal.
What about these Rams?
What about these Rams? What a performance. Obviously, Carina with a double-double. But Matthew Moyer, double-double as well. 15 points, 11 rebounds, and really taking advantage when he can. Sunday Detch, I mean, good stat line. 14 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. But the defensive intensity that he was bringing, the pressure that he was putting on Rousseau-Nance and Siler Schneider, despite them both scoring 20, was immense.
And so, timeout Aaron Young and the Tuatara with an 8-point deficit. They have just 3 games left in this regular season. They have the Sharks at home next for them. They travel to Pukekohe to play the Bulls. And then they have their last game of the regular season against the Saints here at Eventfinda Stadium. They'll fall to 9-6. With the loss here, all but certain of that, with this 9-point lead of the Rams. Judd Flavel coach Rams will now sit at 7-7. They will go up to 14 competition points, and that may just be good enough. Just might be good enough to perhaps sit in 5th spot, but I look at the points differential of the Franklin Bulls, and I think maybe not. Franklin might just have that one. But who knows? Tiebreakers galore. I do not want to be the guy that has to, or the woman who has to sit down and work that out.
You're going to have to be Russell Crowe and a beautiful mind to be able to work this one out on the fly. The permutations are endless.
But one thing is for sure, they will find themselves in the top 6, most likely in the 6th spot. The Nuggets, who lost to the Saints in the game prior, in the middle of a triple header of Tauihi and NZNBL on a Sunday afternoon, and will fall out of the top 6. The Jets, though, they're in the 8th spot, and they'll be looking at picking up some wins. They're 5 and 8. They're still to play on Wednesday night, is it, Casey?
I don't really look at the schedule until I get into it. I believe it's the Giants and the Jets are Wednesday. The Giants play this Wednesday.
Schneider. Low, off the glass and in. 91-84.
Well, the question is, do they foul again?
No, they won't. Not until after a timeout by Judd Flavel. But probably.
They're going to get the ball up. And count back, of course.
Count back, so crucial, you're right.
Is something. Is
not
still
between
something.
these two teams, most likely.
Yeah, because it was a 28-point deficit the first time around.
I can't see the Rams and the Tuatara falling to the same competition points just yet. But hey, stranger things have happened.
You never know. With this loss, the Tuatara will still be sitting on 9 wins. And if I'm being really honest, before they swept that doubleheader a week ago, I thought it was going to be a bit of a struggle down the stretch. Now, they got a couple big wins last week on the road to ease some pressure, but that pressure doesn't go away with today's loss.
They might get Kirk Penny next round, perhaps.
Perhaps.
He's sitting baseline at the moment with his daughters, I believe, his kids at least. And
hopefully his kids. That would be weird otherwise.
That great call. And then they might get Dan Fotu back soon, and Chris Johnson as well.
Is this it's showing 3 points game on the scoreboard up top.
I don't know if that's right.
I'm not sure. So it's now gone to a 3-point game here. So I'm not sure if they've misconstrued.
It's also saying 3 seconds on the live stats, and there's 11.4 in the arena as well.
I think it was a 7-point game a moment ago.
It was 91-84, but it's showing 89-86, which is obviously what these two teams are going off.
Is this?
And we obviously have a score adjustment because the teams aren't questioning it. The referees are at the score bench. This is very interesting development.
Well, if the score has been incorrect.
Now it's going up to 91-86. So the score you're seeing on your screen is now correct. It's now 91-84.
Okay. We just added some extra points. Swap it around. But now it's straight. Let's see. Do the Tuatara foul, or they just let this one in?
Trying to fight for it. Schneider gets all of Sunday ditch. There's 4.2 seconds off the clock. It's been a busy old night for the score bench. They've done a great job battling some technical issues.
And to the line comes Sunday ditch.
And this one's starting to extend itself right on out, isn't it? The end of this one, the Tuatara hoping for a miracle. Will Sunday Ditch give him one with a miss? Or two? You can believe in miracles most Sundays, but not on that Sunday right there, as he's putting it away with the make there, clinching it.
Your next game is tomorrow night, the Hawks and the Nuggets from Napier. As Rob Lowe puts up a big 3, and that'll do it. Tough game for the Tuatara. They go down to a great performance from the Rams. Judd Flavel and an under-strength Rams team get the job done on the north shore of Tamaki Makaurau. They take the win 92-84, Casey Frank.
A really nice job by a short-handed Rams team that came in and played flawless basketball for 3 quarters. They were just so on point with their systems, with their strategy. The physicality was excellent. A young Tuatara team did their best to come back after the initial surprise of the effort, but down the stretch, just too much Rams, too much Karina, too much Detch.
And it is going to be a turnaround on very quick proportions for the Nuggets. They played earlier this afternoon, and they have the Hawks. Then the Giants and the Jets. The Jets and the Giants, both teams looking for wins to improve their seedings. The Jets looking to get into the 6th. The Giants would have loved the result from this game. They are second on the ladder. And we have a game on Thursday night as well. And getting a great performance by a Kapahaka group in the stands to both teams. Stand and respectfully take that in. It's been a good crowd here at Eventfinda Stadium, but their home team has gone down with the L. Tuatara play the Sharks at home on Friday night, and the Rams take on the Airs at home in a 3-game homestand. And that is the final score on your screen. 92-84. Hope you enjoyed the triple header of Tauihi Sal's NBL. Kicks back off again, tips back off tomorrow night between the Hawks and the Nuggets. Until then, good night.